Senate passes sexual harassment bill. See what it means to Nigerians. The Senate has passed the sexual harassment bill, which is to stop sexual abuse of female undergraduates in tertiary institutions in the country. The bill, titled "A Bill for an Act to Prevent, Prohibit and Redress Sexual Harassment of Students in Tertiary Educational Institutions and for Matters Concerned Therewith," 2019, was sponsored by the Deputy Senate President Ovie Omo-Agege and 106 other senators. The bill, among many things, is geared toward promoting and protecting ethical standards in tertiary institutions. It will also protect students against sexual harassment as well as prevent sexual harassment of students by educators in tertiary institutions. The bill, which has 27 clauses, proposed up to 14 years jail term with a minimum of 5 years, without an option of fine for any educator who commits sexual offenses in tertiary institutions. The bill defines sexual offenses as including sexual intercourse with a student or demands for sex from a student or a prospective student, or intimidating or creating a hostile or offensive environment for the student by soliciting for sex or making sexual advances. Other forms of sexual harassment identified in the bill are grabbing, hugging, kissing, rubbing, stroking, touching, pinching the breast or hair or lips or hips or bottoms or any other sensual part of the body of a student, or sending by hand or carrier or electronic or any other means naked or sexually explicit pictures or videos or sex-related objects to a student, and whistling or winking at a student, or screaming, exclaiming, joking, or making sexual complimentary or uncomplimentary remarks about a student, physical or stalking a student. When the bill was read on the floor of the Senate and passed its second reading in November 2019, Omo-Agege addressed fears that some female students might see this as an opportunity to make false claims about a lecturer or educator. On suggestions of inadequate sections for students who forcefully accuse educators of sexual harassment, the reality is that this bill prescribes expulsion for these students. In addition, an educator whose character is maligned is at liberty to sue for defamation under the law of defamation, which is well settled in our jurisprudence and needs no duplication in this bill. There is also the suggestion that some students, especially females, harass educators by their mode of dressing, and that this bill may not be doing enough to protect educators. I understand this concern. However, the educators can activate institutional discipline action against such students, he explained. The bill was read for the first time on October 9, 2019. Recall that a documentary, Sex for Grades, released by the BBC last year, exposed 2 lecturers of the University of Lagos and a lecturer of the University of Ghana for sexual harassment. The documentary sparked reactions from any Nigerians who described the issue as a norm in many Nigerian universities. Thank you for listening to this news. Well, in fact, if I say that I am not impressed with this bill that was passed by the Senate, I'll tell you that I'm a complete liar. I'm impressed. I'm completely impressed. You see, our institution today, our university institution today, in fact, has turned into something else. And I don't know if it is because our the parents are not, if because the parents are far from their children, or if because it's a distant place of learning. I don't know. Or maybe because they feel that they are not being checking on, or maybe they feel that no one is watching them, so they can do whatever they like. Permit me to start my analysis with the student itself, because before any lecturer will start making advances at the student, believe you me, the student must have been the one that must have started the whole game. You understand? So, how do you feel when you see a student in the university that's supposed to dress properly to class, dressing half naked to a lecture that covers over 150 students plus a lecturer? How do you feel, or how will you feel to see such a student? What would be your opinion or your concern concerning such a student? Or what do you think the lecturer will say, or that will come into the mind of the lecturer while lecturing? What message is the student passing to that lecturer that is lecturing her in the class? Is she not causing distraction? Is she not causing havoc, chaos? Believe you me, 70% of that lecturer's attention will be on that student, while 30% will be on the lecture that the lecturer is delivering. You can see that the dressing of that student has actually diverted the attention of that lecturer. 70% attention of that lecturer has been diverted just because of the dress code of that student. Is that not an error? Now, for the part of the lecturer, is also one of the contributing factors as well, because some of these lecturers, they are sexually deranged. They don't want to know what is under that lady's skirt, how dirty it is, or the cleanliness of what is under her skirt. What they are just after is to go in and come out. So they end up harassing any student that they come across in the university. So that is why I'm so happy that this bill is passed. At least this will help to deal with such lecturers, especially the ones that threatens students if they don't agree to sleep with them, that they are going to fail them. I'm so happy for that. So the Senate should look into that bill and so many students will be free from this lackadaisical attitude and sexual abuse coming from university lecturers. You get it? So this is a bill that should be passed. At least it will go a long way in putting an end to this mess. So my viewers, what's your take on this news? Please don't forget to leave them behind. Click on the subscription buttons as well as bell buttons to receive more updates. Thank you.